Karibu.
He is Land of glory. 1, 4.
He is Land of glory. We the Ambazonian special loyalty. Praise the Son of Savior who granted us the freedom and led us to the hero who walked the land with your blood. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in the nation, flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making us a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation.
Whoa.
Repos.
Okay. Okay. I thank God for this day. Because not only a great man, if he announce his death, still don't die, will never die. No be so?
Not so.
I want for me republic government for no say red dragon for Ambazonia land. They know they catch them with a hand, and they know they kill them as they think. Because they have announced that they have killed my 125 soldiers plus the field marshal. But when I see them so, when I think say around there,
No.
then for today now waiting.
That is 24th.
Today na 24. Which one?
July.
24 July.
Yes.
Where field marshal they make this video for proof for the world. Say the republic as no will ever end your life. For announce them, put them for net. Say they don't kill field marshal. But field marshal they alive. No be so?
No.
And my soldiers them they alive. If republic no see his soldier, me find a soldier because they find my own. Wanna hear me?
Yes.
The republic find his soldier. Because I get all my soldier. They never capture all my soldier for inside the BLM. Now, I continue for art for Tasung Po in Yaoundé. And fun of the war. For make them for understand. Say their plan will be make for kill my soldier or for arrest my soldier. It go fail. Because no way, in no day. And another thing we want to make them for known and say, this is for tell something say, when some person pass you, you carry it back. No be so?
Not so.
I'm the field marshal. And nobody dares field marshal. I want the Republic to know that a woman that will kill, a woman that will born a child, that will kill field marshal. That one, the never yet born. And the woman never carry belly. Wanna hear me? Yes. I will deliver Ambazonia land. You hear me? Yes. I will deliver Ambazonia land. Yes. Because I hear they pay them. Portasong and follower. They put 12 billions for person who will bring my head for them. For person who will kill me. I don't know now because they don't go move this big lie. Now for collect their money, for government, for those that don't kill field marshal, but I want to make the Republic people them. For no say field marshal. Is still there alive. I don't know about sick. They never sick. Yes. And no God never take it, never touch it. No, we are still there me fine. No, you are fine, field marshal. Ah. Bon. Maintenant, je vais aller en français. Je veux que la République et qu'on ait une chose. Que moi, je suis un combattant. Je suis un militaire. Pas déjà les militaires que la République a. Moi, je suis un militaire bien formé. Et je veux que les gens qu'on envoie ici à l'EBLM, les militaires qu'on envoie à l'EBLM tous les jours, tout le temps, ils doivent poser beaucoup de questions. Même les familles, les militaires qu'on envoie, ils viennent mourir ici tous les jours. Ils doivent... Moi, si c'était moi, le ministre de la Défense, je ne devais plus continuer à envoyer les militaires à l'EBLM. Parce que moi, je sais que la famille, les gens que vous envoyez ici, ils ne sont pas au courant de tout ce qui se passe ici à l'EBLM. Je ne sais pas ce que vous dites à leur famille, qu'ils sont où. Ils sont en train de finir ici innocents à cause de vos bêtises. Moi, je veux vous dire une chose. Faites très attention. Parce que maintenant qu'on dit que field marshal est mort, même comme field marshal n'est pas mort, field marshal est bien vivant. Et vous savez quelque chose? Voici mon bébé. Voici mon bébé. Elle est automatique, hein? Moi, je vais vous dire une chose. Beaucoup Aram est petit par rapport à moi. Vous avez compris? Oui. Beaucoup Aram est petit par rapport à la force d'Ambazonia. The Red Dragons. Et je veux que Tasson voit bien. Il doit bien visionner cette vidéo. Je veux que Fonolo et regarde bien cette vidéo. Même comme l'a dit que j'ai cassé sa palais. Que j'étais jamais là-bas. C'est qu'une honte. C'est une honte. Jusqu'à payer 12 milliards pour ma tête. On ne peut pas la tête de field marshal. Jamais. Est-ce que celui-là est né? Il n'est pas né. Est-ce qu'il est né? Il n'est pas né. Hein? Bon, pour finir. Vous-même, vous voyez ma bataillon que moi j'ai ici. Hein? Vous-même, vous voyez? C'est pour dire que si vous avez 100 militaires, je vais envoyer 2 militaires pour 100 militaires de la République. Parce qu'ils n'ont pas la force. Vous avez compris? Oui. Est-ce que vous êtes en train de mentir? Jamais. Est-ce que vous êtes en train de mentir? Non. Amba, hé! Envoyez-moi les affaires en l'air, je vois. Hein? Regarde. Avec son... On joue le vrai guitare. Would they play the real guitar with this one? I want some Republic, no. Let them stop. Il faut qu'ils arrêtent d'envoyer les militaires à l'EBLM. S'ils veulent continuer. S'ils veulent continuer à envoyer. Moi, je dis donc que field marshal, avec sa bataillon, vous-même vous voyez, on ne rit pas. Envoie 10 000. Envoie 10 000 militaires. Ils vont tous partir. Ils vont tous partir. Ok. Vous voyez même, on a réussi. Ambazonia, non les jokes. Ambazonia not a joke. Red Dragon not a joke. On the river. They say try the other first. Not be Red Dragon. Do you hear me? Put them for Ambazonia. Say Red Dragon don't come again. Guys. Red Dragon are medicine for Republic. And all who don't want to get black foot for this struggle for Ambazonia land. And I want to talk something today. We don't make my heart, it don't vex. For way to wait some of we, when they say the day for inside this struggle, they do, we're not fine. We're not fine at all. Red Dragon don't vex, no be so.
And so,
Because we hear nonsense. Where people them there for upside they collect money. For say, Ambazonia people, they not even fit for get pity. For we pay them, we mommy them, for we sister them, we brother them, we don't die for this struggle. But what makes Ambazonia land, me know from today, say Red Dragon must find so to go reach the last blood for people who don't lose them for inside Ambazonia land. President Sisiko, it won't be long time where they make the cash. And as also Ambazonia people, they connect with the Republic, they cash the first members of government. But I want to tell when I say when I'm not worried. Because even if all man for inside Ambazonia land, all come, if they betray them all, no be Red Dragon, they go betray. And I go talk something where I want to say me when I hear fine. If Ambazonia government, they resign, they say they negotiate with Pobia, the government, for Yawande. Red Dragon for the BLM, we will continue that struggle. So that we reach Usai. Boya, when I hear me?
yes, Marshal.
I say, if today, Ambazonia government, he say, don't tire. Red Dragon no go tire. I go rest, and the Red Dragon go rest. When they don't see Sisiko Ayoktabe for upside, and then the Red Dragon go rest. When I hear me?
Yes, Marshal.
Oh, we brought them what they there for Kondenge. Commanders them what they there for Kondenge. Because they don't show place where they can't catch them. Oh, I be very sorry for some of we, these Ambazonia people. Langa truth, money people. People when they not get conscience. For sell their brother because of money. You see, person too like Ayabacho. I guess Ayabacho they try for challenge Red Dragon. And I know Ayabacho, he comes them. And I want to tell Ayabacho, special warning with the general, Ivo. So when they know where Red Dragon they pass, make them better find place, go hide. Because we'll be capable for all. They no hide. You see, this my sword. Now you go take them. No be na my baby. No be na my baby. You go take them. And I love this baby. Now, I make my tour for a law center. But when I notice say the Red Dragon is soldier them this. Now only few where I select them for my video, where they do tour with them. Now law center this. When I feel see soldier them for a law center. When they outside with me for my tour, what they do. And I want the Ambazonia people. Say people when they come out for inside Ambazonia, run. Go for Francophone, their land. Now when I come back for inside when I own land, when I get place for be, because we there for upside, with the Ambazonia soldier, with the Red Dragon soldier, with Field Marshal, and the control, with the protect now one. I get problem. Now we betray towards them. When they betray we for this struggle. I'm President Sako with the whole government. I want to tell you, say, Field Marshal for the Red Dragon. We will not fail you. We will not fail the government. We will not go fail Ambazonia land. Because Red Dragon for the BLM land, they're not a betray. And I go tell when I say, for inside the BLM, Red Dragon go take his state. The first state for inside Ambazonia land, they go celebrate here. Because the BLM be the only state for inside Ambazonia land, but they don't close all office for the public. Where nothing, no day, no school, no day. No office, administrative office, no one door open. Now because we the work. But we the Red Dragon, no be na palaba money they make we with the work. Because if we na palaba money, we for don't put Bible them for down. We the now because blood for that small picking them, that mammy them. Where would they see them? In a humble way. But I want to tell you something today. Any black leg for this struggle, we're going to do what he. We're going to do what he. We're going to do what he. Red Dragon will promise. And for the last word, I have a show. And Ivo. You be Ivo na small picking for me. Even if you don't go count Mengang. Your own Mengang na small Mengang. A small plenty. I no one horn you. Someone wanna stop for harass the citizen. Wanna stop for cockot food for innocent people. Stop for follow cam for Ambazonia people. So if you want dare me, the Red Dragon, come to BLM, show them because the public soldier, they know all where are they. But they not fit enter. Red Dragon, who dares the Red Dragon?
Nobody!
Who dares the Red Dragon?
Nobody!
No sense. Them the Christ. Join your Bible. Go, take. The Christ. Who dares?
Nonsense!
Over.
listen carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So, Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know the land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. We must rule our purpose land.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to the Anchor Man, coming to you as usual from the great state of Texas, precisely Houston, Texas. It's always a privilege to come to you with updates, information regarding the struggle for independence actualization for Ambazonia. I'd like to welcome all of you tuning in from Ground Zero, where we call the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, and all of you joining from every corner of the globe, from Europe to the USA, to Asia, to the Middle East, to South America. Thank you for tuning in. Please, as usual, I would love you to go ahead and quickly hit your share button. I promise this is going to be quite educative, exciting, and informative. As usual, please go ahead, hit your share button in a few minutes. In the next few minutes, let us make it at least 1,000 people on the screen right here on Facebook. So go ahead and hit that share button, ladies and gentlemen. Let everybody know the Anchor Man is not live. He is indeed alive. He is alive. So hit that share button. Hit that share button as I come to you with this presentation. This seems to be a very eventful week, or have been a very eventful week, precisely in La République du Cameroon, and of course here in Ambazonia. The visit of French President Emmanuel Macron to La République du Cameroon, and the installation of new French Cameroon genocide generals in our territory to carry on with the massacre. We're going to discuss that, and of course we will talk about a few other things that made it to the news and of course to the social media this week, today. And also at the end of the day, I will be able to open the phone lines, take your calls. I want to believe that all of you on Ground Zero, you have your electricity on. I hope you are not shut down out of electricity. So please, if you want me to start this as soon as possible, go ahead and hit that share button. In the next 5 minutes, I truly believe you can make it to 1,000. 1,000. Please go ahead and do that. Hit your share button, and while you do so, let me see those of you who are joining. I normally do this just to give you a little more time to hit your share button. Let everybody, ladies and gentlemen, know that the Anchor Man is on. Remember, the Anchor Man is a show. It's not a person. It's a show. So let them know the Anchor Man is on. All right. So please go ahead and hit your share button. Let the numbers jump. I can actually see the numbers are jumping right now. Keep them jumping. Keep them jumping, ladies and gentlemen. Why I see your salutations and those of you who are joining. All right. Bole T, Secretary Chris, rumors again on the ground concerning total lockdown. Is that? I will be talking about that. Okay? I will be talking about that. Please hit your share button as you join. I see also Billy Takemben. You are wonderful, Anchor Man. Thank you. Christian Kumbo, one love to you, Mr. Chris. All right, hit your share button. Let these numbers jump, please. Bobga, Esther, I see you, ma'am. I see also Destiny New Country, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please, again, go ahead and hit your share button so that I can come to you with this presentation. John Mvondo, I see you. Foncha Cyprenu says, welcome, sir. Thank you. Please go ahead and hit your share button. Mercy Freedom, I see you. I see you. One person I haven't seen for a long time now is Mercy in Jaw. I haven't seen that profile for a while. I see Exodus Tegan. Thank you. I see also Amber Jesus. Chenway Fokopson, I see you. Ordnier Favor, I salute you, sir, he says. Ejubo Daniel is watching. Thierry Tangwa, I see you. Nicolas Alea, something like that. Okay, please, the numbers are not rising to my liking. I see them instead going down. If you have just joined, please hit your share button. Hit your share button. Let's make it at least 8,000 for this show today. All right. Oh, bro, CY, I see you. Joy Wofa. Joy is watching from Kumba. Okay, Kumba. I got news for you guys in Kumba. I got an assignment for every Ambazonian in Kumba. Mark Powell, our FMA is truly alive. This would really make my day. Well, he is not alive. He is alive in the spirit. That for sure I know. I see freedom. The great anchor man, thank you for your resilience and courage. God bless always. Thank you, sir. Patricia Osiku, Secretary Chris, where is Prince J. Car? Just asking, sir. Haven't seen him for a long time. I believe Prince J. Car is watching this show and he definitely is listening to you. La Bista Savong, I see you, sir. Sir. Okay, I see Yaya Fombere. Okay. Fredo Paris, I see you. Wow, you look good, sir. Ever young and handsome. Keep it up. The good work. You know that only handsome people come on TV, right? That is what it is meant to be. That is where. That is how. That is where the voting starts. So I am handsome. Thank you. Midiki Dennis Injene, I see you, the fearless lion of Ambazonia. Thank you. Mike Willie Wilson is watching. Thank you. Dora, always here. Thank you for the good job. Anchor man, all right. Ojong Akabum, Michelle, I see you, man. I see you. Boris Nash, Masters man, watching from the BLM, Southern Cameroon. God bless her. Thank you, sir. Tanyi Zebulon, I see you. Bayere Stanley, ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined, please hit that share button. Hit that share button and send the link to every group you belong to right now, be it on social media, Instagram, wherever, WhatsApp. Send the link right there now. Please do that quickly. JJ, stay strong. Chris, I know you say. Thank you. Mumer Ndariga, we are going to Boya. All right. Fondong Kengafe. All right. You are a great man, brother. Thank you, sir. Bole Toleti, Secretary Chris, clarify us about the rumor going on in the ground concerning lockdown next month. Please, he says. So far as I know, this interim government has not called for any lockdown, has no plans to call for any lockdown next month. All right. Dan, I see you. I see also Exodus again. Hami Papilo, I see you too. Okay, I think I should end here with Malam Mala Musa from Angola. Thank you, Secretary Chris, and we'll come and welcome. We shall fight till the last man standing or total independence, he says. Wonderful. I see also Israel Abongwa. Please hit your share button. Hit your share button as you join. Israel Abongwa, we appreciate you for your services for Ambazonia and Secretary Chris. Thank you. B. Blanche, I see you. I see also, I think I've read all of this. Bro CY, I've listened to your last programs, Good Night FMA, more than 20 times. I still don't believe that our FMA is no more with us, but only in the spirit. Yes. Thank you. Towiki Oliver, joining from Boya. He says the Federal Capital Territory. Wonderful. Paul Euro, see you. I see you. I see Mulu Harrison. I see you. I also see, of course, Christian Kumbo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave that there and come to you and start this again. Thank you for joining the broadcast today. As I continue, I will encourage you, please, to continue to hit that share button. Continue to hit that share button. Let every group that you belong to receive the link. Receive the link. And if you are watching on television, let them know the anchor man is on. All right, let me do some house cleaning here, ladies and gentlemen. I just like to remind all of you that ABS is on Roku app. ABS is on Roku app. If you have Roku on your television, Roku is coming with every new television set nowadays. They come installed in it, but if they don't come installed in it, there is an adapter for Roku. All you need to do is buy the adapter. It is only about $24 at Walmart. You can buy it about $24 at Walmart. And let me know on your screen if you have installed it in your home already. So if you don't have Roku on your television, all you do is you go to Walmart, buy Roku, plug it at the back of your TV, and install internet on it, and then download Roku. You can then download Roku from it. It looks like this. This is the way Roku looks. The home screen. When you download and install Roku, this is the home screen that you will find. If you scroll down to the left panel that you see, you scroll down to the left panel that you see, you will see the title, Streaming Channels. Streaming Channels. You click on Streaming Channels, and once you get to that page, it will open up the Streaming Channels page. When you get to that page, you now search Africa Broadcasting Service. Do not just enter ABS, put Africa Broadcasting Service, and ABS will pop up. You will see our logo. You will see ABS logo pop up, and you click on it, download it. Once you download it, the ABS logo will now remain on your screen as you see that of Netflix, Disney, Prime Video, Roku. Now you don't want to click on Roku channel. If you install Roku on your TV, or if you are looking for ABS, you do not want to click on Roku channel to look for ABS. No, you will not find it. You will have to again look at the panel on your left, the menu on your left. Click on Streaming Channels, search Africa Broadcasting Service, and then ABS logo will pop up, and then you download it. And the moment you download it, you will see the icon, the logo of it on your screen as that of Netflix, Plex, CBS, and so on. It is absolutely free of charge. I see lots and lots of people have downloaded already. So please go ahead and do that. We need at least 10,000 downloads. 10,000 downloads within the next 3 months. So please, that could be a way of supporting ABS by downloading that channel on Roku. If you download it on Roku, you can watch ABS anywhere. You can actually also watch ABS 24/7. Even when we are not live on Facebook, you are still able to watch what Ground Zero or Africa is watching 24/7 by way of satellite. So please go ahead. If you are in Europe, you are in the USA, go ahead, download that and have it on your television right in your sitting room or bedroom, ladies and gentlemen. All right, having said that, let me remind all of you about this so-called lockdown. I have read some of your comments, and let me remind all of you, Ground Zero in particular. This interim government has not declared any lockdown in the days ahead, in the months ahead. We do not just sit here and decide that lockdowns should be declared for Ground Zero. We weigh it, we deliberate upon it, we discuss it before we come out and announce it. Somebody who is trying to remain as relevant as possible, I'm talking about Samuel Ekomesako, came out last week and announced a lockdown for Ground Zero for a foreign leader visiting another foreign country in La République du Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, and why this foreign leader was visiting in a foreign country in La République du Cameroon. French Cameroon was in Bamenda installing a genocidal general, we call him Buba somebody. Buba had just been installed in Bamenda only 2 days before Macron's arrival. And you would think that if these people think they are smart, they are effective leaders, they had an occasion in the installation of Buba in Bamenda to call for that lockdown. It would have made a lot of sense. In fact, myself, it took me unawares. I didn't know when those people were going to be installed until I saw the news. But that could have been a really good occasion to deny Buba and French Cameroon terrorists in Bamenda the opportunity of installing that man with fanfare, as I saw on the streets of Bamenda, the grandstand on the Commercial Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, they did not do that. But a foreign leader is visiting a foreign country in La République du Cameroon, and somebody sits in America and is calling for a lockdown of Ambazonia. Ladies and gentlemen, does that make any sense to anybody? Does it? Does it make any sense to anybody? Please, I expect you, if you are joining, hit your share button as quickly as you join. Please do so. We need at least 1000 or 1K on the screen. Hit your share button as you join. So, Emmanuel Macron is in Yaoundé, and they want to shut down Ambazonia for a foreign leader visiting La République du Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, did Emmanuel Macron really feel like something was going on in Ambazonia with that fanfare that you saw, you witnessed in Yaoundé? Of course not. Of course not. We are not going to punish our people with frivolous excuses for a lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to do that. We will not do that. And I hope that Ground Zero listens to me. People should not be calling for lockdown just for grandstanding's sake. So the people can know they are still alive, they are still existing, they are still claiming to have some authority in Ambazonia. No, we should not allow that to happen. Now, Samuel Ekomesako declares lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, for Ambazonia. But guess what? Tico, his hometown, does not respect it. Victoria doesn't. Kumba doesn't. Boya doesn't. You will think that he will start from his own backyard, fortifying it. No, for 4 years and counting that he has been there, Fako hasn't respected anything except here and there in Boya, in Moyoka, Ekona. The rest of the place, life has gone on as usual. Victoria, that should be target number 1. Life just goes on there. So please listen to me. Again, this interim government will not be in the habit of just calling lockdown when foreign leaders are coming to La République du Cameroon. If they are not visiting Ambazonia, good. Even if that person is a United Nations Secretary General, it just doesn't matter that they stay in Yaoundé, have their cocktails in Yaoundé, wine and dine in Yaoundé, and we are shutting down our people's businesses back at home in Ambazonia. It doesn't make sense. If they were visiting Boya, visiting Bamenda, ladies and gentlemen, I would say let's shut down our territory and deny them any welcome, and if possible, kill them. Yes, if possible, kill them. Because I think the world, the so-called international community is waiting until we kill one of their leaders, then they will know that Ambazonians are serious, isn't it? For as long as this war goes on without any re-attack on any of these leaders, they will never take us seriously. They will never. Because their interest isn't at stake. The so-called international community stands behind the French because it is French sphere of interest, sphere of influence. And they will not do anything. I read what the American ambassador said in the newspaper story. I think that was in the Post newspaper. He said there is no military solution to this war. No military solution to the war. That was from the American ambassador in Yaoundé. But that is all they say. That is all they say. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not going to give us arms as they give to Ukraine. Ukraine was invaded by another country. They have given Ukraine money. They have given Ukraine arms. They have given them and continue to give them everything that they will need to wage an effective war against Russia. Over 40,000 of Ambazonians have been killed. That number, they are not near that number in Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't. But they have given money. They have sent men. They have sent experts, military experts, to go there and assist Ukraine. Over 40,000 of us have died, including our fighters, ladies and gentlemen, and our towns and villages bombarded, whole communities abandoned. Nobody is giving us a weapon. So, that tells you what? That they don't take us seriously yet. They don't take us seriously yet. Maybe until we bring down one of their diplomats, I guess. Maybe, until we bring down one of their diplomats. But I'm saying this to say that we will not shut down our territory when foreign diplomats are visiting a foreign country in La République du Cameroon. It just doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't make sense. But if they plan visiting our territory, it doesn't matter who they are all accomplices in this war, and they must all remain targets if that will give us the exposure and the attention that we need. Absolutely. All right. So please, this interim government again is not planning any lockdown anytime soon. Next month is August. I don't know if anything is happening in August. I don't see any major event in August. And so the interim government is not planning anything. Some people say, which interim government? Listen, there is one interim government, only one, just one out there. And that is why I don't want to say interim government of Marianta, because Sako is illegitimate. Okay? All the impeached leaders of factions, they are illegitimate. Don't expect any one of us to sit here and say interim government of Marianta. No, I will not say that, because we recognize one interim government. Every other thing calling itself an interim government is irrelevant. They are usurpers. That's just what it is. They are the seats of division that people out there are talking about. Please hit your share button. Hit your share button as you join. I haven't started yet. So please, Ambazonia, ground zero, listen, we are not calling for any lockdown next month, in the month of August. But if we have to, we will explain to you. You will realize we will have good reason to do so. As somebody has said, our Monday ghost towns remain. They are not going anywhere any day soon. They will stay there. We will continue to honor it until the war is over. But when we call for lockdowns, we will come to you to explain. If we do not come to you, I in person, if I do not come to you to explain, please ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore the call for any lockdown that is not coming from this interim government, that you do not hear my voice endorsing it. All right? Because we do not sit here and jump out there and take decisions. We take them, we discuss them, we deliberate over them before we take those decisions, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'd like to remind La République du Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen, that the 40 Oku boys, the 40 Oku boys are still out there. You can see their faces there. These boys abducted in Oku over 3 months ago. They are still out there. They have never been found. And La République du Cameroon that abducted them, ladies and gentlemen, they are saying nothing. They are saying nothing. But we want to remind La République du Cameroon and Dion Ngute that we know they are in the keeping of these boys. And I challenge every human rights NGO out there in La République du Cameroon, including on Ambazonian soil. I challenge the Agbobalas. I challenge all these NGOs, humanitarian NGOs. I challenge everybody. The call, is it OCHA or something like that? I challenge all of them. I challenge Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, even the media. We have a terrible media in La République du Cameroon and even in the southern Cameroons. All these newspapers, I have not seen a single newspaper in Ambazonia highlighting the plight of these 40 people, questioning about their whereabouts, questioning why Cameroon authorities are not telling their families or asking their lawyers or telling their lawyers where they are. No media, no newspaper, no television set in that damn country is telling the story of these 40 people. None of them. But I'm challenging them. I'm challenging them. News supposed to be about human interests. Human interests. That's what news is supposed to be about, be it political, economic, social, whatever angle or bit that you call it. It's supposed to be about the human angle of events. These 40 Oku boys have been missing. Not missing, ladies and gentlemen. We know for a fact that they were picked up, abducted by French Cameroon military. 40 of them returning from a funeral. And 3 months and counting. I think it's probably 4 months now. Nobody knows where they are locked up, whether they are alive or not. Nobody, not even the family, knows. No lawyers have been invited. And again, where are our lawyers on the ground? Where are you? Where are you? I want to see a lawyer on the ground in Ambazonia who will stand up for these ones, for these 40. For these 40. If you stand up, I can assure you this interim government will support that initiative. We need lawyers on the ground who will comb the prison yards and until we locate the whereabouts of these 40 Ambazonians picked up in Oku and their whereabouts remain unknown. We don't know whether they are alive or not, but at least information to the effect that they are alive or dead. We mean a closure. We mean a closure. At least we need to know what happened to them. We need to know where they are. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, about that. Please, again, go ahead and you hit your share button. Go ahead and hit your share button. I like to say a big kudos, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys of Sokadev. I like to say a big kudos to the boys of Sokadev for a powerful outreach that they carried out a day ago on the Kumba Manfe Road. The Kumba Manfe Road. And I like to appreciate Comrade Akwanga for that feat, for getting those boys, the Sokadev boys, to carry out that action. Ladies and gentlemen, we will never have issues with any group in this struggle if they are doing what we just saw Sokadev carried out on the Kumba Manfe Road and the damage it left on La République du Cameroon soldiers. The ADF is out there. We want to see the same thing happening or taking place from within the ADF. We want to see ADF carrying out attacks like those of Sokadev. That is all that it matters. If you should say that you have fighters on the ground and we do not see you fighting, please do not say you are in this struggle. Do not say you are fighting. We want to see where the ADF is fighting, and we will call you brothers, or we will call you comrades in the struggle. Again, kudos to Sokadev, kudos to Comrade Akwanga, and we hope that this continues. And I would really wish that Ambazonians, please, should support Sokadev. Support Sokadev. We want to continue to see many of these. Just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that if Sokadev is in Kumba Manfe Road and the ADF is in Bamenda and other restoration fighters in other parts of Mezam, the Red Dragons are in the BLM. We have also other forces in Manfe, and so just imagine that all these groups had their forces occupying certain territory and unleashing mayhem on La République du Cameroon. They will not be able to match us anytime soon, and I really want to believe They are not going to match us. It may take longer, but they are not going to match us. But order, they say, many hands make the work easier. So I want to encourage Soca Deaf fighters out there. Thank you for a great job done on Kumbamanfe Road. Thank you, Comrade Akwanga. Please, Ambazonians, let us stand and support Soca Deaf. Let us stand with and support Soca Deaf out there. That is it with that. Now, I'd like to also talk about something else that is happening in the Libya. I wish I had that coming in with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Fontem local government area bans Likudo activities. Fontem local government area bans Lekudo activities. Now, Lekudo stands for Leban Cultural and Development Organization. Just as you have Engi Cultural Development Association, Santa Cultural Development Association, Womb Cultural Development, all those cultural something. That is what Lekudo stands for, ladies and gentlemen. Last Sunday, was it Sunday? I believe so. Fontem LGA General Assembly. Fontem LGA General Assembly met and took a decision stemming from a communique that Lekudo had sent out, proclaiming the opening up of Fontem Menji, Le BLM as a whole, ladies and gentlemen, and actually salivating the death or the killing of Field Marshal. And Le BLM, Lekudo elite, Lekudo stated that they want to see all schools reopen. They want the Catholic Church to reopen all primary schools, all secondary schools, and the administration, guess which administration they are referring to? They're referring to La République du Cameroun as colonial deals, colonial gendarmes, colonial police, colonial teachers, colonial everything. Lekudo says they want them to return to Menji, ladies and gentlemen. And so in view of that, they said they have been planning this for 3 years, for 3 good years, including the killing of your own hero, Field Marshal Lekudo has been planning his death, his killing for 3 years. Their communique is out there. I hope somebody circulates it and you read it. So, they've been planning all of this for 3 years, and the day that Field Marshal is killed, the next day, they are in Menji cleaning up schools, colonial schools. Ladies and gentlemen, and you also saw the celebrations coming from Folklore movement in the Cedar Wisdom College. You also saw that. The celebrations celebrating the killing of Field Marshal. They would want you to believe that was all about welcoming some new priest from Manfe or whatever, from wherever. No, that wasn't true. Nobody is a kid. We all know what they were celebrating. And so meeting last Sunday, Fontem LGA General Assembly took a unanimous decision to ban the activities of Lekudo in all of Fontem LGA. Lekudo activities have thus been banned from all of Fontem LGA. Now, Lekudo is allowed to take up humanitarian activities, talking about supporting our internally displaced, supporting even those who are still in Fontem in the villages. Lekudo is allowed to help them, to assist them, to provide for them in whatever means. But as far as anything development, ladies and gentlemen, is concerned, Lekudo is banned from carrying out or planning any activity in all of Fontem LGA. And the Red Dragons have been charged with enforcing this ban. I hope that Lekudo, they are listening. Now, they are jubilating. Field Marshal is gone. Field Marshal is gone. The dragons are not gone. The Red Dragons are wounded as I speak. And if you think that Field Marshal was bad, you wait and you see for yourself. If you are delegated to carry out any activity in Fontem on behalf of Lekudo, you will die. Listen to me carefully. If you are delegated to carry out any activity on behalf of Lekudo in Fontem, you will die. Don't say you were not one. Don't say you were not one. And I hope that Lekudo hears this. And I can assure you, we will see who will succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the BLM is one county in this war that has driven out everything La République du Cameroon except their military. But we have infiltrators in Lekudo. Lekudo, just like every other development, cultural and development association or organization, was created to assist on development, social issues in the community. But just like in every community in Ambazonia, be it in Ngi, be it in Kupe Monegoba, be it anywhere, these so-called cultural and development associations or organizations have been infiltrated and hijacked by enablers, so-called elite. They have been hijacked by enablers, so-called elite. It is happening everywhere in Ambazonia, and I'm hoping that the interim government as a whole will take a decision to ban the activities of every cultural group in Ambazonia until this war is over. We cannot allow them. They use the IDPs. They use education. They use roads, hospitals to try to infiltrate our movement. The movement that frees Ambazonia. They are using these movements, these cultural development and associations to infiltrate us, to sneak on us, and to do things like this, to kill our fighters as they kill Field Marshal. Now let me remind you, I'm sure you are wondering, why is Secretary Chris not talking about Field Marshal? I am coming. I will bring you the names, the pictures of those that killed Field Marshal, those who paid the money. I know them, and I will bring you their names and their pictures one of these days. Those who paid the money in the diaspora, those who paid the money on ground zero, I have their names, I have their images. I will bring them to you. I haven't started yet. Ladies and gentlemen. I will expose them to you. They live here in the USA and they live in the La République du Cameroon. I know them, all of them. I know how much was paid. I know when it was paid. In fact, one of them is driving a car that was bought last week. One of the killers of Field Marshal is driving a car that was bought last week, Wednesday, from the money, the blood money that they collected on Field Marshal's head. The guy is driving a car. So please, don't be worried about that. I will be coming to that. I will name them and put their faces here on this screen and you will see them. So please, I am hoping that the interim government will take a concerted decision to ban the activities of every cultural group. I do not say ban the cultural groups. No, I say ban the activities of these cultural and development so-called groups from every LGA county until this war is over. That has to be done and done with urgency. We are seeing what is happening in Kupe Maneguba. You saw the images, the videos coming from there. You've seen them coming from Ngi. They are coming from every part of Ambazonia. This is French Cameroon new plot to penetrate this movement and destroy this movement. We must take care of these cultural groups, send them back to their bases, and you will find them anywhere in Ambazonia, in our local governments and our counties. They should be wanted people. Wanted people. So please, I hope that Likudo of Fontaine LGA, you are hearing me. Do not be mistaken. Likudo is a good organization, but Likudo has some very bad elements within them. Elements who are out to execute French Cameroon, one Cameroon agenda. Elements who are in there to carry out the plans of La République du Cameroon. They are there to frustrate our efforts at taking back our own country. We will not allow that to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, every cultural and development organization or association in every community in Ambazonia should be suspended. Activities should be suspended. If they so care about their communities, let them look for the IDPs who are in their thousands. Look for the IDPs, take care of them. We have people in our communities, in the villages, who do not have food to eat. Please look after them, provide for them. But if you are coming to open up a school, you're coming to dig a road, you are coming to open up a hospital, you are not welcome. You are not welcome. Ambazonia forces on the ground will determine when those things are open. We are not about to cut and run in this struggle. And you try it, you meet your own waterloo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I just want to remind all of you that we are having a celebration for Fille Marsha coming up in Canada on July 30th. July 30th in Canada. I wish I have that information here. Let me see. Yes, in Canada, we're having a celebration for Fille Marsha in Canada. That will be July 30th. July 30th in Canada, and it will start at 6 p.m. And the address will be 30 Main Street. Again, if you live in Canada, this is the address. 30 Main Street South, Brampton. 30 Main Street South, Brampton. That is in Canada. Now you need a phone number. Please copy this. Somebody put it on the timeline for people to copy. The phone number for contact there is 403-2910. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. The phone number for contact is 403-402-2910. Again, that phone number 403-402-2910. That is the contact number for Canada. I hope somebody put it on the screen for others to copy. Again, the celebration in Canada is taking place on July 30th at number 30 Main Street South, Brampton. All right. And then here in the USA, Maryland will stand still, ladies and gentlemen, for Fille Marsha on August the 13th, Saturday, August the 13th. Maryland and USA will honor Fille Marsha Saturday, August the 13th. And Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. The details, I will bring them to you in the days ahead. But if you have to travel, the date has been written on stone. It is not being changed. If you want to buy your ticket, Feel free to buy your ticket. The date again is August the 13th. August the 13th in Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, having said that, I am going to take you to my main focus for the night, talking about Macron's visit, Emmanuel Macron's visit to La République du Cameroon. Many people had thought that, Macron was going to Cameroon to, bring solutions to the war taking place in Ambazonia. No, many people were wrong. That was not the case, and I knew that. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who thought French President Emmanuel Macron was visiting La République du Cameroon to address, among other things, the war in the southern Cameroons must be very, very disappointed now. He has come and gone. The short takeaway is that the war continues. The war continues. Personally, I wasn't expecting any antidote from Emmanuel Macron. He's not ignorant why there is war and how it is being executed by Yaoundé. France is or will be the ultimate beneficiary of a one Cameroon that Yaoundé pursues. But the signs were there prior to his arrival that ending the war wasn't going to form part of his agenda during the visit. How did anyone expect Macron to descend on La République du Cameroon and talk about ending the war when only 1 week prior to his arrival, 2 genocidal generals had just been appointed to oversee the war, the killings, and they had been installed just on the eve of Macron's arrival? If anything, one should take home from Macron's visit to La République du Cameroon, it is that he came to anoint their transition process, be a successor in that country, and to have a personal feel of the mood of the people. As far as the mood of the people is concerned, believe me, it was good. He felt good. The people put on a great show, well packaged, a jubilant and ecstatic huge crowd trade every spot Macron stopped at. You know how these Ewondos, Betis, sheepishly love food, isn't it? They will flung to any ceremony, even uninvited, if there is free food, drinks, and of course, sardine. At a 30-minute press conference that's supposed to have highlighted the main discussion held between the two of them, Macron and Biya, neither Macron nor Paul Biya talked elaborately about this war. Mr. Biya filibustered almost every question directed to him, pretending he either didn't understand or didn't hear the questions, to the visible frustration of the reporter. Macron chose to dwell more on bilateral issues than touch on the hot button issue of the war, and all call it the occupation of Ambazonia by La République du Cameroon. But I won't blame him that much. Nobody asked them any pointed questions. 2 Cameroon journalists were given the microphone to ask him questions. Both of them will not ask Emmanuel Macron anything relating to the French rule in this war. They rather choose an inconsequential question about French rule in La République du Cameroon's pre- and post-independence killings. That's to tell you that Ambazonian lives don't matter at all, not to the French. Of course, the journalists from CRTV and Mutation newspaper most likely had received strict instructions not to venture into war territory. Therefore, Macron wasn't going to dabble into an issue that wasn't tabled by the media. But again, it was all planned to happen that way. And that should reinforce the point that Macron didn't come to La République du Cameroon for Ambazonia. Macron's visit, ladies and gentlemen, was meant to anoint the transition that is taking place in Yaoundé. I mean the Frank Biya takeover. Frank was officially introduced to him. Biya promised to reign till 2025, after which he said he will pass the baton to Frank, his son. But this was all hogwash. Before January, Frank Biya may actually be seated as president of Cameroon, owing to the frayed-looking condition of the father, suggesting that he will complete his term in 2025 before leaving, rather than say he will step down is just meant to keep their other political vultures somehow at bay. That's just what it is. The vultures are these other groups that Macron came in to placate. The Camtos, the Cabri-Gibri, Chairman John Frundi really is of no relevance, ladies and gentlemen, to them. They have him in there just so he play the role of Muna, representing Anglophones, whereas he cares very little about Anglophones. Macron must have left feeling that he placated Frundi. But what about the other vultures? I don't think so. I don't think he succeeded in placating them. I have read a piece put out there by Calibri GB, or I don't know how to pronounce that name, warning of the dire consequences of imposing Frank Biya over the leadership of La République du Cameroon without a vote or election. It spells doom for the political future of La République du Cameroon. That is, if they will want to impose Frank Biya over the people as the father retires or dies before January. This is what the Member of Parliament, Cabral, said, and I quote, "Cameroon is and will never be a banana plantation that people will hand down from father to son," he said. Never. Anyone who wants to succeed Paul Biya must prepare to win an election, Gibri said. If people have elecam, the money or whatever, let them invest it to convince Cameroonians, he continued. I say this emphatically, said Gibri. Let everyone remember it well. There will no longer be a president elected in Cameroon in electoral fraud. Never. As for weapons, either they will be used to defend the republic, or they will be used to kill millions of people who will stand behind us. End of quote. That is coming from Cabral Gibri, their parliamentarian. You can conclude that Cabral is promising a fight, ladies and gentlemen, in that country, in La République du Cameroon. I have not seen any statement from Camto, but I have no doubt he too will be strategizing to grab what he believes was stolen from him. Macron may have anointed the transition with Frank Biya becoming the new tenant in Etude. But it's not over yet. It is not. Don't write it on stone yet, sir. If anyone thinks that Cameroon is in trouble now, wait until the joker card is put on table. But what does it mean? What does all of this mean to Ambazonia. As for Ambazonia, Macron's visit and his reticence on the wall deepened with the installation of these new generals says a lot as per what lies ahead. He says that France approves of the war that the Republic of Cameroon has treated our people with. It says that France endorses the genocide that La Republique du Cameroon, aided with French military experts, is carrying out against us. It says that France is okay with a military solution rather than with dialogue. It says that the French care more about who leads La Republique du Cameroon than the thousands being killed in our territory and the wanton destruction of our properties. It says, above all, ladies and gentlemen, that we really do not matter. Ambazonia, the southern Cameroons, just doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Cameroonians do not measure or amount to any relevance to the country called France and their leaders. France believes that with their financial and military aid, they will crush us with time. That's why you won't talk much about the war or prefer any solutions. Two things: a transition in La Republique du Cameroon and their resolve to avoid negotiations. They must crush our resistance, they say. That's why they are beefing up with new military installations in our territory. The question is, what are we going to do? This is the answer. The answer is defiance. Defiance. We didn't go into this war, ladies and gentlemen, expecting France or Yaoundé or anyone in that matter to hand victory over to our hands. We went into it expecting to fight and win, we must win. We have no choice. Somebody should debrief those new generals, Buba and the rest, and colleagues, that they are in a death zone, that their resumes are not impressive enough, and that even if they should kill 20 field marshals, 40 more will emerge. And before I forget, remember that junction in Kumba where they displayed Field Marshal's body? I learned it is called Bisek Junction. Bisek Junction. Listen to me, everybody out there, if you are in Kumba or anywhere in Ambazonia, listen to me. From today, the name is changed. It will no longer be called Bisek Junction. It will be called FMA Junction. FMA Junction. No more Bisek Junction, FMA Junction. And everybody out there, hashtag FMA Junction. No longer Bisek, but FMA Junction. Kumba, hear me. That's the new name. The new name for Bisek Junction is now FMA Junction. Bisek is not an indigenous business in Kumba, ladies and gentlemen. It is a La Republique du Cameroon's conglomerate. I think that bank actually ought to be visited by Somamba as part of this economic sabotage, isn't it? I think so. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our own, but we are not desperate. Our defiance will surely pay off in the days ahead. I have no doubt about that. Things may not be looking rosy now as expected, but listen to the sound of my voice. They aren't looking rosy for La Republique du Cameroon either. Our destiny lies in the palms of God. Our faith in God, who delivers the weak from the strong. The God ladies and gentlemen, who delivers the righteous from the wicked. Our faith is in the hands of the God who delivered the slave from the slave masters, the one who gave David victory over Goliath. If we hang on and persevere, victory will surely be our own. I have seen our family compound brought to ashes in Libya. My mother and my own sister go to prison over this war. My father has died over this war. And my brother too, ladies and gentlemen, was just killed over this war too. So have many of your families too out there. Some of you have lost husbands, lost wives, fathers, sons, and daughters. A lady told me she has lost 7 family members from same compound. Have they died in vain? Have they died in vain? I'd like you to answer that question. If we, the living, have no balls to fight, then we are not worth living. Ladies and gentlemen, if we, the living, cannot fight, we're not worth living. After we have lost over 40,000 people, what do you have to lose fighting to redeem their debts? But if we must maintain defiance and fight to win, we must reorganize. Again, we must reorganize. This is the moment to reorganize. And it's a subject that I will come to you on another day. And that was my monologue. I am now being joined, ladies and gentlemen, with a panel of 2 that will delve into these issues. I am joined by Comrade Barrister Martin Tumasan. Barrister, good to have you back here, sir.
Hi, good evening, Chris.
Thank you for joining the show. I'm also being joined by Reverend Apostle Mike Inchang. Reverend, thanks for having you back here on ABS, sir. Reverend, you are muted over there. You are muted at your end. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you here. All right. While you are trying to adjust that, I cannot hear you somehow. You don't have an audio here. Log out and log back in. You don't have an audio here. So log out and log back in. And while you do so, let me get to Barrister Tumasan. Barrister, you listen to my monologue. Tell me if I'm wrong anywhere with my monologue on the visit of Macron to La République du Cameroon, sir.
Secretary Chris, generally you are correct, but I believe there is an area you put very emphasis on. Number 1, I believe Macron came to Cameroon because of Russia. Macron all along has never really given a green light. They are not really in very good terms. Neglected Biya. Biya felt like a pariah. Biya isolated. Biya went towards Russia. Even defense deal. With Russia now being in Central and signing that deal and coming, and they are talking are coming to Cameroon. Macron, they realize that even if you don't, we have to re-establish the relationship and be friendly with him. Nothing else to make it uncomfortable for Russia to gain ground in Cameroon. That is number 1 reason he came to Cameroon. Even this transition to Frank Biya and the rest, those things are minor. First of all, whether it's over, whether it's Kamto, it's Jibril, tell me among all of these people against French interests. They are all puppets. If Camto goes down, he would be dancing to French. If not, they'll remove him. If it is Jibril, if it is Frambia, I don't think they are bothered about any of these guys. Whoever should be there, it's not a big issue to France. France's key problem now of trying to show a face to Cameroon is because of Russia being in Central Africa, seeming to be moving down. The same thing in Mali. It is panicking France. Secondly, if Ambazonia, why would France even be? First of all, if you go to Rio de in Ndian, they are still removing every day 65,000 barrels as they were removing before the war. That is where the money is. When they produce this oil, they produce it, use umbilicals, and then there's something we call a Christmas tree. It goes up and then they load it a floating platform straight into ships. From there, it just goes to Europe or goes to wherever they are selling. They're still doing that. They are not threatening in any way. If you go to Ndian itself again in Bafaka, where they are mining gold, daily the same is coming out. They are putting it in flying it to Yaoundé, and then they fly it to France. So their interest is not threatened economically. They are threatened politically. This war is not affecting France. France is still making almost the same money they were making from. Yes, Cameroon has some problems. If, for example, when it collapsed, Air France took the whole market. They are making how many trips per day in Cameroon? So I think they are comfortable increase.
Okay, comrade, your camera, I don't know, the quality of the picture is just so bad. It is not you are sitting.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's just the quality of the camera. But talking about that, I'd like you to take a look at these images coming from La République du Cameroun. Take a look. This is what was happening in that country. Why Frank Bier was there. People with placards, with banners, advertising Frank Bier and promoting him as their next president. And when Macron arrived, you could see also the introduction. We do not have any images of Macron greeting Cabra Jibri or greeting Frundi or greeting Camto. We do not. We only have images of this guy shaking hands with all these guys. With this guy, Frank Bier, and with all the promotion prior to that. What do you make of this?
First of all, Frank Bier is in the kitchen cabinet. Frank Bier is a contender like you have. Frank Bier has the advantage of being in the kitchen cabinet. He can manipulate himself and be in a position where he can manipulate. He has his followers. They print it all around. I don't think it's too much of a government policy. Bier is very ambivalent. He's not showing his hand on the Frank Bier that much. Even if he has the intention, he is hiding it and not making it very clear. So it might happen though. If they decide to put Frank there today, nothing would happen. Jibril, they'll talk for 1 week, 2 weeks after thinking their eyes for. La République du Cameroun are people who don't have any strong will. Do something they don't want, within 2 weeks they've forgotten, and Frank will be there. So if they want, in my eye, it might be whoever, but to us it means nothing. Even to France, it means nothing. It's an internal La République thing issue. I don't care who's there, to be honest. The policy will not change much.
Well, but you know that how that plays to our struggle, it has a lot of consequences to what becomes the direction, the fate of our struggle. I have always believed that if we do not do something, if we do not strategize and strategize quite good enough, we may miss a window of opportunity in this transition in La République du Cameroun. Unfortunately, I don't see any plan around yet, but I hope that one will be developed really, really soon. But it affects us. You know that, isn't it?
Yeah, whoever is there, it affects us. But my question is, La République, their policy is to annex us. And it is not, even if Kamto is there, have you still talk to our favor? All of them are in the same soup. They want us to be their slaves, to get the resource. They want us and to be second-class citizens there. The method of doing it might change a bit, but none of them is changing. What is our strategy? Maybe somebody can be weak, or somebody can come and say, let's dialogue or let's talk. But the core issue is all of them want us to be next and public. So I don't really see. You think if Frank Biya takes over, there will be any change? Or you think if Kamto, I don't see any change. These guys, I mean, you've captured a slave and he's working and you are earning the salary and you are earning everything from him. Would you see Gulogongambe, as they say in Pidgin? You see Gulogongambe, we are a blessing to them.
Well, absolutely the case. But let's also look at it this way. Let's forget about Frank Biya becoming their next president, which we know is for sure. But Frank Biya is now fronting a new political party. What do you think is going to happen to the CPDM? Is he going to shut down the CPDM and say it's a new era? Remember when his father took over, he came on with this so-called rigor and moralization, the New Deal, and there was never anything in the New Deal. Do you think Frank Biya is trying to say the CPDM is a thing of yesterday? This is a new country, a new vision, a new leadership. We have to start anew and then launch his own party to kind of coerce people to believing that he is different from his father. Do you think other CPDM bigwigs are going to accept that idea?
When he ran for some time with CNU, he changed the name to CPDM, right, because he had the capability to easily do that, because he was. Frank Biya needed a platform to be capable of now start promoting himself. To jump into CPDM when the chairs are occupied and shift people and stand was a bit difficult. So he formed his own political party just as a temporary platform to project himself. If he goes in there, he might just change the name of CPDM to something else, amalgamate the whole thing, and come up with a new name, and life continues.
And what do you make? What do you make of the fact that the schedule of Macron included audiences with John Frundi, with Cabral Gibri, and with Kamto? We don't know others else, but at least the media reported of these three. What do you make out of it?
It was just a PR show. When a foreign leader is coming, they want to say now it's a broad consultation and discussion with the people. La République actually gave him the list of people to meet. You thought he drew them from France? He came, they were comfortable, you meet this, meet that, meet that. So it is something which they did to say that, oh, there was a broad consultation when he came. Okay, he talked to both parties, opposition, the ruling party. I think it's just for public relations. Any of those guys, what can they do? Neither, there is nobody there who threatens French interests. So those people,
so are you saying that what Cabral Gibri is saying out there, that nobody will, going forward, take power in Cameroon without a fair electoral conduct? I mean, is he just bluffing?
As long as myself, if the Gibri would do nothing, if and decide to make an election and rig it in favor of Frank, what will he do? The forces are strong; they can do. This is the presidency has absolute in that place, and they can decide what would you do. The parliament, they put an old man there who sings their tone. The presidency, they sing the tone. The senate, they sing the tone. What can Jibril do? He's cornered, and everything they can put from there, nothing would happen.
What do you think will be going on in the mind of Kamto now? Listen, we have said here again and again that what is going to happen in La République du Cameroon in that year transition is this. The Nordists want to take back power. They want those. The Betis want to retain power. The Bamilekis, led by the Kamto faction, wants to take the power because they believe they were robbed of it in their last election. And then, so, this is the scenario. This is the scenario. In fact, Joshua also confessed this to me in 2016 when I went visiting there. I think either was 2013 or 16. He confessed it to me. He said there is a quagmire coming in that country over their transition. With the anointing of Frank Beer, some people have said that the sending of this, installation of these generals in Bamenda of northern origin in Bamenda is so to take them away from the center of power so that they cannot plan anything. But what do you think? They know this, the Bamilekis, the Betis, the Wonders, they all will be taken
are just
out.
coming with conspiracy. There is no conspiracy. The Northeast people have been lobotomized in terms of politics and in terms of the military. Show me one strong political person who is a contender from the North in that power struggle. They are talking in generalities. There is from the North who is really holding the levers of power, or Frank Kamto talking. Sending that is because they have to keep changing. When one person has committed so many war crimes, captured girls and kill and display their body, prisoners of extrajudicially execute them, display their body. So after some time, that the war can be too much for that person, rotate and bring a new general to come. After some time, maybe 1 year, they rotate again. So they've been doing that. It has nothing to do with power. It should not get. And secondly, in terms of Kamto is like you. When Lee Jong-Fru won that election and missed his opportunity, that's the end of his life politically in Cameroon. He will never be president of Cameroon. The same with Kamto. Kamto missed that opportunity. Kamto will never rule Cameroon, even for an hour. Kamto is exactly like Lee Jong-Fru. Even him himself, he knows, but he will never accept in public. So we should not be giving credit to people with credit. They can just pick Kamto like this and locked in a bedroom. What would they do? Can do nothing.
All right. Now let's take it back home. Let's take it back home because whatever happens in Yaoundé affects how we prosecute this struggle in Ambazonia. I'm sure you know that. I have the belief that if we allow a new leader in La République du Cameroon without taking back our country, we will come under severe pressure from the international community to say, you know, just try him. Just try him. He's a new leader. It's a new opportunity. Sit down and talk with him. We will come under this kind of pressure from the international community. And the moment that we say, no, we want our own country, we don't need him, they may start labeling us terrorists and so on and so forth. You know that. I think that is what I see. We will come under tremendous pressure from so-called international community that has not shown up for the 6 years of this war to say, you want to talk. The new leader want to talk. Give him an opportunity. So, if in your mind, what are you thinking, Barrister, that we should be doing now? And when I say we, I mean every Ambazonian faction and leader.
Secretary Chris, I didn't really get your point. We've been trying to talk, whether it's Bia or a new leader, we will talk. We want to talk are well known. So if a guy comes and wants and he doesn't limit what we want to talk with, we accept to talk him. What is the problem? We've been pre-stock. Chris, for 2 years, 3 years, I've written more than 600 pages of our submission in this talk. We're taking like the content page sent to people, professors, sent to Chief Taku and the rest. So it's not as if we've been sleeping. The day they say there are talks, we would talk, young or old. But nobody can force us to say that we would go and be under La Republic again. We would talk with anybody. They would say, okay, let's be together. We will say, no, you show us. Why should we, who had our independence, be with you? I'm not seeing why I'm with you. Why we in our right senses should even want to be with you. There's no real problem in talking. The national community says we should talk. We go ahead and talk. But we have our rights, like they have their red lines.
Absolutely, absolutely. Barrister, stay in there. Unfortunately, we cannot get Reverend Poston Chang to join us. He has no audio. I will open the phone lines right now to take some question. Let me see. I think Reverend Chang is calling here. Let me see. Oh, I think he dropped the call. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that many of you are dying to join the show, ask, contribute, ask questions. I will open the phone lines. I see somebody is calling already. Okay, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Please, can you shut down the volume of your set, please?
Yes, I'm away from it.
Still a lot of noise in the background. Still a lot of noise in the background.
Okay.
Where are you calling from?
Yes, can you get me now?
I can hear you now, sir. Go on. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bamenda.
Okay. And how was Bamenda today? Was there a lockdown today?
Yeah, I'm calling to complain about these unnecessary lockdowns. I don't know what we can do to avoid confusion in this revolution. Groups call for lockdown when it's not called for. The French president is visiting Yaoundé. What has that got to do with people in Bamenda or in Boya? Any reason why Bamenda or Boya should be shut down? In May this year, 20th May, when the interim government called for a lockdown, other groups said no. The 3 days lockdown is weighing on the population. When they were president for 2-3 years, he used to declare a 2-week lockdown. At that time, it was not weighing on the population. When the interim government declares a 3-day lockdown, you come out to say it is weighing on the population. Now we see no reason for a lockdown, they declare a lockdown. There is an audio now circulating by Capo Daniel that the whole of August will be locked down. What for? I think to fight a Lucifer in this revolution, when such an audio is circulating, somebody of goodwill, an activist should come out and start debunking that audio. We don't see any reason why there should be locked down in the whole of August. So Secretary Chris, if you can put up an audio debunking the August lockdown, it will be important, because the population in Bamenda wants a year any lockdown from any direction. That is how the town is shut down.
Well, the population of Bamenda has to recognize who their leader is. If Marianta did not call for a lockdown, hasn't called for a lockdown, isn't calling for a lockdown, anybody, I guess, obeying lockdown is just doing so out of fear. And if people will obey it out of fear,
it is out of fear.
And if they will do it out of fear, we don't know what to do, because no matter how many times you put an audio out there, they will still sit home out of fear. But again, I have stated that There is no lockdown. We haven't called for any lockdown. Ground Zero should go about their business. If there is lockdown, I will come over this television and announce it. Or you will hear messages from me in audios. All right, thank you for the call.
Your audio on Sunday came late. Your audio on Sunday came late. If not, the audio for a lockdown as from the 25th when Macron was coming had circulated 1 week ago over the social media. So your own audio on Sunday came late. Had it been your own audio came earlier, this lockdown wouldn't have held.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that information. God bless.
Thank you.
Comrade Barrister Thomas, I would like you to weigh in on this lockdown thing and give us your take on it, please.
To be honest, a lockdown should have a purpose. This particular lockdown, I wasn't sure why they were talking of a lockdown, because the guy is not visiting our land, and the guy, people meeting him, I don't think he even thinks about us as being an issue, to be honest. It was just a waste. I think he was trying to make relevance to do, oh, we can do this, people still respect us. But I believe, and when I talk to people, body just scared that if you are not sure, just stay in your house. That's the attitude they have. If you're not sure, stay for your house.
Well, I guess it's all about grandstanding, I guess. But again, Ground Zero really needs to begin to listen to the voice of the leaders, the interim government. They need to start listening and know who is doing what. Let me get to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Bamenda.
From Abakwa. All right. And what is in your mind, sir?
Yes. I just want to talk about I just want to relate the lockdown issue to the general situation of the general attitude of Ambazonians towards this war. You see, when that nonsense was announced, I sent information to the interim government to the effect that somebody was corrupting people with this announcement of ghost. Now you send that the audio out. The audio reached the people in time, 2 days before the time. But I don't know why people still got up and obeyed the lockdown. You see,
right. The audio I sent out didn't go out on the Sunday when lockdown or ghost town was on Monday. I actually did send it out. I think that was Friday or Saturday. Only a follow-up audio message when my voice was truncated and sent out to announce a lockdown that I came from behind to repeat the announcement. So I think the message I sent out went out, I think, timely enough to reach people to know there was no lockdown. But I guess there is this fear element that forced people to stay home.
Yeah, I guess so. But what I'm saying, what I'm emphasizing is that Ambazonians are not dedicated to this thing because they should know their leaders. The leader is Ian Marianta. If they knew their leader and were following up developments, they would know who should call ghost town and who should not. And I thought you were going to talk about this phenomenon of black legs and enablers, secretaries. I've said it over and over. If we don't rid of this evil, we are wasting our time. That is the once we get rid of enablers and black legs, we win this war in a matter of weeks. It is the cankerworm that must be identified and destroyed.
I will be.
My message.
Comrade, you are correct. I have to prepare a whole show on black legs and those enablers. As I stated, I think 2 weeks ago, it's a new front. It's a new front in this war,
And you heard me talk about all these cultural and development associations and so on. That is the stronghold of enablers in Blacklegs, and I really hope that Marianta will come out and say every cultural and development association activities in Ambazonia is banned until this war is over.
That's right. Okay, one last thing, sir. One last thing.
All right.
Listen, this is a message to Francophones. Francophones have done such evil here that if it means dedicating the rest of our lives to bring them the destruction that they deserve, they will have it. The war has not started. They are playing. They have not seen Adolf Hitler's. They have not seen Napoleon's. They have not seen it. Those primitive demonic people, they are digging their graves, Francophones. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the call. Remain safe out there. All right. The phone line is open, ladies and gentlemen. I know many of you have been trying to call, but the lines are busy. Go ahead and call. Go ahead and place your call. I see some. Okay, let me get this caller. All right. Hello.
Hey, Secretary Chris.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. This is Chairman Jackson. You know I am live, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is in your mind, sir?
Yeah. I just wanted to bring something that I noticed with the Macron's visit.
Okay.
If we were paying attention, there is something that is boiling, and it actually came out to the limelight. So we have to be prepared ourselves, because if you look at the itinerary and the schedule, Macron was supposed to leave at I think it was 10 a.m. Yesterday.
No, today. He was supposed to leave at 10 a.m. today.
Yes, he was supposed to leave at 10 a.m. today. Thank you, correct. But suddenly he left overnight, and he actually refused the state dinner. And he actually refused the state dinner, which means, and there were other dignitaries that were supposed to meet as diplomatic visits that everybody, so which means the French had their own itinerary, and the one that the Cameroon government gave out was a different itinerary, and it seems like nobody was communicating with each other. But what we know for sure is that the French came in because of the Cameroon-Russian agreement that they had, and then with the French on the side of the Ukrainian war, and to them, I think it was a slap on their face. So maybe you think he came to Cameroon to make sure he talks to the old man about how angry they are, and the old man, based on what we heard on the during the press conference, did not listen to him. So that's why he said, you know what, we are done with these people, and then he left thoroughly as he left. And if you even look at the posture that he had in the next country he went to, you saw how he was laughing, he was joking, they were like friends over there, but you saw the tension that he had.
But he was very jovial, laughing and celebrating in Yaoundé. Didn't you see him as he was welcomed by the crowd?
Oh,
didn't you see the mood in him?
Press conference. Yeah, the crowd is different when he was with the crowd. Even the nightclub he went to was different than when he was face to face with the president. So let us look at what is happening and not pay too much attention to that, but let us be ready, because
absolutely, that's the point.
Yes. So that's just a little explanation.
All
because
right.
in diplomatic visits, if you see this type of disparity in program, and one is taken by surprise, then there is something seriously wrong. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's get to the next caller here. Hello. 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 Well, I guess that hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Can you speak a little louder, please?
Okay. Yes. Good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Meme.
Okay, go on, please.
Yes, I just want to reiterate this point of a lockdown. Ayapacho and his team are advertising that there's going to be a one-on lockdown in Ambazonia, and the dirty reason is for the SEMAC number plate issue of a thing. I don't think that's the issue that can even cause us to be locked down for a day, because we have not taken our country. Then why lock down because of a SEMAC number plate? So Secretary Chris, please go ahead, make an audio and post it so that people will be aware, so that what happened in Bamenda should not happen. Kumba did not observe the lockdown that was announced for yesterday and today. Kumba was walking and everything was okay.
What is happening with SMAC number plates? Are they locking down because of SMAC number plates?
That's what they are advertising on their TV station, the ACN. At times when I just go there, I see it, and that's why the reason they're giving for the lockdown. That if anybody carries a SMAC number plate in the whole of Ambazonia, then the car is going to be, I don't know, because I'm not even the news bar, it's not even coming with everything clear, but that's the reason.
Okay, we don't have problems. I'm sorry, we don't accept those number plates. However, we're not going to lock down because of number plates. Thank you for the call. Thank you. Let me take the other callers here. All right, let's see who is next here. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abakwa.
Okay, I see you with a German number. All right, go on, sir.
Yeah, I'm on holidays, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm part of the lockdown that was announced, and there is something that I want to talk about this lockdown. Yeah, the day the Bamenda population will beat fear like the Boya population, let me say the Southwest population as a whole, the diaspora administration will face a very big problem. It seems Bamenda is a testing ground. Anyone who feels as to exercise power will call on lockdown, and then we'll take images from Bamenda and say, hey, people on the ground are giving me the attention that I desire, or they are listening to me, or they see me as their leader. Instead, the diaspora is failing concerning this Macron's visit. There was one simple thing the diaspora could have done. They could have been protests in front of the presidency in France 1 or 2 days before Macron moved to Cameroon. The diaspora could have gone on Twitter, tweeting and tagging Macron and other people that matters in Yaoundé before he went to Cameroon. But all of this did not happen. We have claimed that we have raised draft money. This money could have been put into the hands of the boys on the ground and even paid some to La Republic citizens to do a lot of actions while Macron was in Cameroon. Instead of doing all of this, we decided to call a lockdown instead, punishing our own vulnerable people. On which side are we? Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. I completely agree with you. Those are great suggestions. Where were Ambazonians marching at the French embassies in South Africa, in the USA, everywhere across the globe? Where were they? Of course, they didn't show up. And the leaders, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't make those decisions. So don't say that, oh, but Secretary Chris, you're supposed to do this, do that, and so on and so forth. I don't make those calls. The logical thing to do was to call for rallies, protest rallies at the French embassies in the USA, in Germany, in London, across the globe. That would have been very, very effective, but people were asked to shut down. Well, thank you for that. Let me get to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
I'm calling about you are on board, but you are answering me from not on the TV.
I am answering you. I'm answering you from TV. you cannot listen. You cannot listen on your TV right now. Just focus on your phone.
This lockdown, what they were talking, because even this past lockdown that I've just passed for 2 days, there are a lot of worry about the population. Yes.
Please shut down the volume of your TV set and focus on the phone.
Okay. The problem is that I did one that they're announcing in August, and if you don't put out your banners from now to and talk to
shut down the volume of your television set and focus. Okay, I lost that caller. All right, but I hear you. All right. Let's get to the next caller. The lines are open. Go on and call if you have been trying to call. The lines are open. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's get to this next caller here. Hello. 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 I can hear you, sir. It's like you are 10 kilometers away from your phone. I can hear you. You are far away from your phone.
Yeah, can you get me now, Secretary Chris?
Good. That is 5 on 5. Where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, I'm calling from England. This is Kingsley Ibong. I just want to take this opportunity to extend my condolences to you and your family and to the entire Ambazonia in regards to our field marshal.
Thank you. Thank you.
I tried to call you today and yesterday in regards to Success Congo, the interview he had in regards to Success Congo, but I think that is something we got to discuss on the background.
What did he say? I'm not aware of it. Where was this interview?
In Nigeria, initially he invited Remy Ngono in Nigeria, and he was spewing out a lot of innuendos. That man is one of the highest con man I've seen. I wonder why most pastors, they call this man, is he actually a pastor or is a scammer? I don't know where this man, like seriously, we have to deal with people like this. This man is not a human being. But I will forward you the link of the interview on YouTube.
Now, I understand Remy Ngono is a very popular, a lot of public activist. I think he's also a journalist. Does he really know that success in Congo is not a person to be taken with a pinch of salt?
No, he is going to have an interview with you, and those things have to be debunked. This Success is a person we have to set. We have to set an example to people like this. So that is why I called you in the morning, because Remy said it is not everything Success said that is going to take with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
So since Field Marshal is related to you directly, I told him that you are the best person to talk on behalf of the family of Oliver.
You spoke with him, with Remy?
Yes.
Does he speak English?
He said, no matter what, we have to look for somebody to translate your own part of the story, because success gave him a narrative as he was part of your family, he was about to marry your sister, that kind of stuff. I told him that no. And he's also giving the impression as if he knows everything about the ways Field Marshal died. He said Field Marshal was in loggerhead with you. I told him that no, Field Marshal has never been in loggerhead with his brother. He and his brother were already like two actioners in the revolution, and there wasn't any kind of rivalry as he is trying to make people to know. Like, you need to listen to this interview. This success is so horrible. Just his breath alone, I can't stand his breath. I wonder what kind of Ambazonian we had as this man, you know. But these are things we have to take behind the TV house.
Absolutely. And yes,
the reason I'm calling right now is for us to start thinking about these black legs. We have to start cleaning our house. Yes. And I will also pray that this revolution, all of you people, start thinking how to come together, because if we don't come together, this revolution is going to die down, and those boys back home, they are going to lay down their arms. We need to do something to bring everybody on board, please. Anyway, my condolences again, and remember, we love you. We know what you are going through. We know your sacrifice in this revolution. We are with you in this difficult time, Secretary Chris.
All right. Thank you. Remember that you are an activist, a very good one in that matter, and coming together is not about specific people. It's about everybody with a voice in this struggle. And you are absolutely right. This is the moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment for a come together. This is the moment for a come together. Thank you, comrade. We will talk about that. All right. Let's see who is next here. Hello. Well, if you call, you have to stay on the phone. Let's see who is next. All right. Hello. Your voice is too low, sir. Can you raise the volume?
I said good evening, sir.
Good evening. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Germany.
From where?
Germany.
Okay. What is in your mind, sir? Again, your volume is quite low there.
Secretary, please, I want to speak for
You want to do what?
I want to speak for Pigeon, sorry.
Okay, yes, I can hear you better now. Go on, sir.
Yeah, Secretary Chris, wait till I want to talk now, say, wait till we go down for down ground zero day, now wait till we will know since. And some of una be leaders for this revolution, sir. Una no one come together and our people don't defend them. Me man no fool you plenty things and don't go back to normal. Because our brothers, the way they fight this fight, they plenty of they don't give up for the way we the diaspora and the behave. Because when the house divide enough you hold, una get to try all me una keep all una differences aside for all una leaders, they will try for back. If una get hard for our people they die in pains, una they add more pains, but they still take them because they get the belief for una. So una try always for keep doing our differences aside. Because what I tell you now, which way they happen. When I call blacklist, when I call some of our people the way they say they be blacklist, 3/4 of the things are me do the francophone the way that they be the blacklist. We get francophone and the way they she done they take information send out to their people. Not them be that blacklist.
Yeah, of course. We have them blacklist. We also have our own blacklist, and the worst ones are the ones within us.
They can't shit on for power. They hear talk. They say they pick our brother, then one way they kill them. So now then they give that information. They point and appoint, and you know, send at them.
Right.
Plenty of the one the way they grow with we, plenty of them, 3/4 of them that they be the blacklist. Now just say I get audio them plenty where I feel if I play now the people they hear that audio they go know the people where they don't give me this audio them. But I feel send it for you. Plenty of them.
Send it to me, please. Send it to me. All right. Thanks for the call. Let me get to others. All right. Let's see who is the next caller here. Hello. Hello. If you call, you have to stay by your phone, please. Hello.
Hi, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany.
All right. And what is in your mind, sir?
Before I continue, please accept my condolences for the passing away of your brother and our FMA.
Thank you.
Yeah. Secretary Chris, I just called to have some clarification because I know you're a member of the government.
Right.
And there have been so much incoherencies since the death of your brother and this latest saga of lockdown. I don't know whether you and the government are two different people that you don't coordinate your responses.
Can you raise your voice a little bit, sir? It's a little bit difficult to understand you.
Yeah, I don't know whether you and the government we don't have you don't discuss together because, for example, up to today, the government has not accepted that their brother is dead. And secondly, this lockdown that took place, it was the government came in too late to pass on their information to the people on ground zero. Because the video that the president made, I got up yesterday and got the message, but people were long aware that there will be an illegal lockdown of our territory, and the government did not respond. There is only one person in the government that I will praise, Comrade Fosu. When your brother died, he was the first person to come and make it clear. He came and make it clear that their brother is dead. When this lockdown was announced, he was the first person to come and say there is no lockdown. I don't know why is this government not proactive. They always come behind the other people. That's my worries, Secretary Prince.
Well, your worries are very legitimate, comrade. As far as I'm concerned, you know, things like this, I am on top of them, but you know that we've been in a situation. It's not only about the death of my brother. There are other issues that you guys will just never know, because I don't have to take family issues to the television, and especially when you don't find me on television as often as I used to be, some of those things contribute. But you are absolutely correct. This wasn't handled right. Listen, if my brother is dead and the family say he is dead, nobody else has any information in the contrary. So ignore any other thing that any other person, any organization is saying. He was killed since the 12th of July. I haven't received a phone call from him yet since then. The family, we have announced that he is dead, and anybody who believes in the contrary, they have the right to do so, but the facts are very stubborn. Thank you for the call.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah, good evening, Secretary.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the economic capital of the Republic.
Economic capital of La Republic. Wonderful. Oh, I think I lost. Did I lose the caller? Hello. Hello. I think I lost that caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Secretary.
Yes, sir. You are the one calling from the colonial economic capital?
Yes, sir. My condolences here.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have to say some few things here.
Okay, can you be a little louder, please?
Yes, the first one is the communication issue. You know, we always follow you here, sound and clear. Please, the information should be available for us at all times, because that is where our source is. If you don't come up like this, we are dormant. All those activists that are on Facebook that are only contradicting people's messages and posting people's nonsense, that instead killing the revolution. Then there is another thing, Secretary Chris. Could have find some time for us to talk, not here. We have to change the strategy. Like a brother was saying, that we have to change the strategy. There is a lot of the crisis is dying out. I've made some research. The crisis is dying out. It's because the people that we are hoping on, they are giving false messages that are discouraging people. So we have to change the strategy. I was not even to talk now here. I tried to connect to you, but you were not coming on.
All right, send me a message, a reminder message, and we will talk. Thank you for the call. Okay, let's see who is next here. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm right in Victoria.
Okay. Tell me what is in your mind.
Okay. What do we do for my mind now? Say, since the interim government they up, I know the tribal system fighter they down. Go grow up fighters, the tribal do go work. They get transporter. I just keep saying me, government need to think about those group and then try to reinforce them. Yeah. And then try to educate our fighter down. Because most of the black legs the way they call. Not only them say they don't plant them. Yeah. Because if some of those fighters they don't hurt one of the two family, automatically the Equatorial family don't really be against them. And when people really be against them, now for the way things they really be rough. And another thing, number 3, thing I say for sponsor our revolution. If we say we get about 1,500,000 people, they just give us 200 francs per week. We'll get 300 million per week. That is some of money.
How much is that? Take that maths again.
I say if we have just 1,500,000 people,
yeah,
they contribute just 200 francs a week. We give 300 million.
Okay.
Each week. So we try to encourage our citizens. Maybe try way for achieve something for support our heroes here down.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the contribution. All right. We're going to be calling this a day in a few minutes. You can go ahead and call. You can go ahead and call. The phone line is free now. Okay, why hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from? Bamenda, correct?
I'm calling from Bamenda.
All right. What is in your mind, sir?
My mind mostly is about this lockdown.
Okay.
This is the time that you early announce about the lockdown which is coming in August. Yes, calling from Bamenda.
Yes, just focus on your phone. Forget about your TV set and here and listen to me through your phone.
My mind mostly is about the lockdown.
Turn down the volume of your TV and focus on your phone. Let's have the conversation on your phone.
Okay, I've done that.
All right.
My worry here is only lockdown because Capo Daniel is announcing the lockdown of one month. Another one is talking about 10 days. Another one is coming on the 3rd of August. This is the time that you have to let the people on the ground zero know that it is only you who's supposed to give us the lockdown. Not that you stay like the one of the
I really don't have today. I really don't have to say that, right? I think ground zero should know who is prosecuting this struggle. It's not Capodania, it's not somebody else. It is this interim government that is led by Marianta. I think they should know, ground zero should know that. And if there's a lockdown, I don't announce it.
You know, one of the things that is distracting here us in the ground zero is this ABC. When the ABC, the other lockdown we are talking now, the man who is trying, like Sako himself, was the man who come up over the radio, over the ABC, and tell about the lockdown. Commando came and talk about the lockdown. These people now, seeing the people on ground zero do not have ABS. So many people focus only on, and they with all those arrangements, they have formed a group. There are some groups here formed by Sako, with they gather every day to talk about coup plot, and when something happen like that, they carry it and begin to go announce inside in the whole place. That is the reason why we are talking. Okay. So if something happen, if we are trying to listen and something like that, we ask you to quickly inform the people of Grand Zero. Even the other day, I was trying to inform other people in Bali, as you send your audio out, that there was no lockdown. They say no, the lockdown is lockdown. That is a correct lockdown. It has been announced by the interim government. Well, I told them there is no interim government. We have only one interim government, not two, as you were saying. But they continue, and this is they finally observed the lockdown. This one that the Capo Daniel is talking about 30 days. Choya is talking about this. This is what we, because the people on ground nearly have turned their back to our interim government. For all these fake people who make themselves that they are interim government.
All right. What we're going to do, I have been absent for a little while, and programming on ABS has been down. I know people normally will glue to it with programming, but we will step it up. We will step it up so that I have no doubt ABS is watched on the ground than any other channel when programming is running. We will step that up. And when you don't see me, you see Mike Fusi, or you hear from Mike Fusi, know that he speaks for this interim government. Nanchop speaks for this interim government. You will hear, if you don't hear from me, they don't hear from me, they hear from any of these two, they should know that they are speaking for this interim government. But the so-called 1 month lockdown, I hope that Ground Zero is hearing what I'm saying. We will not call for any lockdown in August, except unless there is any emergency and need to do so. Thank you for the call.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. All right, I think we're going to make it a day today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying put in there. I look forward to being back here on Friday, and we're going to be talking about Black Legs on Friday and all these so-called cultural and development associations. We are not asking them, ladies and gentlemen, not to raise funds and help in the humanitarian, from the humanitarian angle. No, we're not doing that. We are asking them not to talk about schools, not to talk about hospitals, not to talk about roads, not to talk about buildings, not to talk about anything infrastructure. That is what we are asking them not to do. I think the one thing very needful right now is care for our IDPs and those who are still left in our villages. That is what we care about now. So, if you are out there, you are a cultural and development association. Look into your villages and take care. Provide food. Help them with finances, with food, provision. Do so for them. We will have absolutely no problem with you. But the moment you start talking about infrastructure, where we have a really big problem with you, and I hope that all the LGAs out there will take the same decision, the same action that Fontem LGA has taken. That is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the way to go. Every LGA in there, you got to address this issue of cultural and development associations out there using it to infiltrate us and to promote one Cameroon agenda. All right. I'll be back on Friday to talk about that. But remember, Washington, D.C., Maryland area will be standing still to celebrate Field Marshal August 13. August 13. If you want to pay your ticket to be there, go ahead and do so with confidence. The date is not changing. It is happening in Canada on July 30th, a few days. I think that is this weekend, I believe. July 30th. Today is the 27th. 3 days to come. Field Marshal will be celebrated in Canada, precisely in Toronto, Canada, I believe. 30 Main Street. 30 Main Street in Canada. 30 Main Street South, Brampton. 30 Main Street South, Brampton. That should be in Toronto, Canada. Washington, D.C. on August the 13th. The specific address shall be brought to you in the days ahead for Washington. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in again. Please mind your business. Go out for your regular activities. No lockdown anticipated at all for the days ahead and for August. Thank you. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Declare for we. thing at the top.